Hey, it's Allie and I'm here in my office today, and one of the things I wanted to do was take you guys along with me while I clean up a little bit after December daily. I usually do this fairly quickly after I get my album done, but what I like to do is go back through all of the stuff that I had set out for this year and figure out which things make sense to hang on to, which things make sense to donate. So usually there's a few things that I will keep from year to year, and that's what I'm going to show you now, and then there are other things that I will let go of as well and give either to one of the kids' schools or friends if they're interested as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I have happening on my work table right now. All right, here's a look at what's happening on my desk right now. In the office itself, you can see that on the other table, I've got a bunch of Christmas things that I have taken down from downstairs that need to be put away. That's on my list of things to do. I also am planning on doing an organizing video coming up that will be showing how I'm using these to separate chipboard. I have a bunch of chipboard that needs to be divided away, so that's on my list. But here I have the December daily things left over. So some of it is like a pile of pieces from when I did product play 4 that I usually like to hang on to those pieces that are left over at least through the time that I'm creating my album. I've got a couple of the plastic boxes out. One is one that you saw in an earlier video. Another one has washi tape in it, and I'm going to break up some of the things that were left over. A few different pieces from the main kit. A lot of this is deciding where do I want to put these and how do I want to organize them. Some things go back into my regular stash of stuff, like something like this, these alphabet chipboard letters. These can be used on any project, so I won't save these specifically for December daily. But other things like December chipboard, these are the kinds of things that I'm going to break up and then put into these boxes that they may potentially be used for a future project. All right, so this is actually one of my, or a task that I enjoy doing. I like putting all of my December stuff away, and then I have a really fun time bringing it back out again. Obviously, this works really well for my own personal process in terms of when things are done or complete and when I want to move on to the next thing. I know many of you work on your project at different times throughout the year, and obviously you're going to have some different storage issues and solutions related to that. One of the things that I really like, we did offer these bags this year. There's a larger size one with a couple other sizes included as well. This is a great holding place for me to hold on to some of the products that I might not have used this year, but I would like to hang on to them for next year as a potential to include in my album. And a couple of those things would be like, I didn't end up using this, the story of this December day, the chipboard. I'm going to keep that. Holiday Wonder is a envelope that was from actually last year. I'm going to hold on to that one. This is the red one that had some speckles. I also have some transparencies from the last couple of years. You can see that some of these things were ones that were already that are from like 2019 instead of 2020 that I didn't end up incorporating this year, but there's still things that I would like to come back to again. That large circle piece, I didn't end up using that this year either. I've got a lot of the 3x4, or excuse me, 3x8 cards. I'm going to kind of assess what my storage situation is for those. A bunch of transparencies that I'm going to keep in here as well. And that was one thing that I didn't end up using in my foundation pages, was the envelope with those. Let's see if I can find that. It's here somewhere. There were a couple things I had in my foundation pages that I didn't end up using. One of those things was one of the pockets. I didn't use the 25 yet. There was a couple tags. These ones I'm going to pull out because I might use those in a different project. But the more Christmas specific things. So again, these are all going to go into, that's a partial cut transparency. These were some of the 3x8 transparency and journal card set. But all of these I'm just gonna put into this bag that for me, these are gonna go into my lockers that I have over there. I'll show you another little video if I don't include that in here of where this is stored then during the year. That's also where I will store this box that has some of the trim and twine that's pretty specific to Christmas. And I've had it for a number of years now. I had a couple other things in here that were older. These were the gold from 2019. I'm gonna put those because I have more of those now. And then these cards too, I'm gonna keep those in there. Oh, here's the other thing that I was talking about was this, and this is where I put those transparent journal cards. I'm gonna keep those as well. Hang on to that. That's something that I might want to use next year. Same with this, same with this. Word phrase stickers, I often put them into a box that I have that looks like this. These are from IKEA in the bathroom section. I think they're called Dragon, D-R-A-G-A-N, and they're great for word phrase stickers and other chipboard pieces. Sometimes I have them just mixed in here. Sometimes I've had a December Daily tab. I don't anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in there and to keep. And let's see what else. The star pouch, I need to decide about that if I want to use that for something else. I think I probably will just put it in here for right now and then remember that that is also an option. Numbers, the large felt numbers, I had a few of those left over. I have a box in one of my drawers over here that has some other large numbers from different projects that we've had in the past. I think these were from Week in the Life this last year, but I like to just keep all those numbers together because there are definitely times when I'm telling stories that I can come in, I can grab this box and just grab a variety of different numbers. And actually this is probably where I'm going to put these guys as well. The numbers is something that I would like to organize in the product play workshop this year. Tashi did a great little tutorial about how she stores her numbers, the way that she organizes them. And I might refer back to that as I make some changes to my own organization setup. And then there's always things that I'm going to give away. So then I have a pile of products that I just know that I probably won't use. Some of these things, maybe I'll use them, maybe I won't, but I'm not sure yet, and I'll just come back to that again. All right, so let's see, what other things do I have here? I have a lot of like pieces like this. Sometimes I'll save that because you could easily cut that Santa out, which is pretty cute. So I'll save that piece of paper. I'll probably save the journal cards that I had left over from the main kit this year because it's possible that there might be one of those I want to add in next year. Some of these decisions I don't necessarily need to make right now in terms of whether or not I'm going to use them necessarily, but hanging on to them is a good idea for right now. I mean, even this one, I could use this in a partial page. So saving them makes sense for me right now, but then what I also will do is when December comes around next year, I will bring this out around the same time that I receive the new products for the new collection. I'll bring this out and kind of figure out, are there things that I want to pull from here that I would want to use in my 2021 album also. So again, stuff like these chipboard letters, these are going to get mixed in with some other organizing that I'm doing. So real basic things like that. Page protectors, here's one that I had started. I'm actually just going to put this over in with my 2x2 page protectors that's behind my table. Those I can use those in a different project. Same with this one. And I'm actually going to keep this card. I loved this card and I never ended up using it. I think partly because I really wasn't using the pocket pages this year, but I love the design on there. And here's the other one of those too. So I'm going to throw that guy in there as well. Let's see, smaller embellishments. So let's talk about that next. These were some of the papers. Let's see which ones of these. And I did have one transparency left over too, the copper one that I'll put in here. This is again another example of something that I kept from the Product Play 4 workshop, but I don't think that I need to hang on to this now. So some of those scraps of paper will end up in my recycling. All right, so one of the things that I'm trying different this year, and part of this came about after seeing Crystal talk about this in Product Play 4 also, was the idea of using some of these divided boxes for Christmas embellishments specifically, or December daily embellishments specifically, but then I think I'm also going to utilize those in some other ways. I like having it all together in one or two places. So I've got a few here where I punched chipboard pieces out from this year, and maybe some of these other little die cut pieces could go in there too. Ones that are pretty likely, or that I could use them again in the future, some of the kind of generic ones. These were off of the chipboard bundle. I'm gonna put those ones in there as well, and then I can get rid of the backing. You know, it's totally up to you. Some people like to keep it on the backing. I've been punching them out because then I can access them in a different way. I also had some more of these die cuts. I do have the little chipboard pieces from the kit. I think a bunch of these I'm gonna hang on to. Even this guy, I'm gonna put that tree in here. These that I used all of them except for two of those fabric half circles. So different little embellishments here, more chipboard. What's this one? This is a white wood veneer star that I think I have over here, and this other one, you can see I just have this guy open over there. So that's basically kind of, this is the basics of what I'm doing right here, is reorganizing all of this and kind of figuring out where it's gonna go. Things like this that I've already taken apart, some of this I think I will put that back in this bag too. And then I can decide next year whether or not I want to use those. Going to say is, since this is the first time that I am deciding to organize some of this stuff like this, I'm definitely giving myself permission to change my mind about how I'm doing it. Like, one of the things I just did was I moved some of the ones that had specifically trees on them or tree references into one pocket. So the rest of these are just chipboard pieces, and I could probably put them all in one over here. But I like the idea that maybe trees would be one of my organizing staples there, or, you know, ways that I can organize. Also here in the office, I have a basket that I use for products that I'm going to share with friends or with teachers at a school. I just have a basket that over the course of the year, or the 6 months or whatever, I just add things to it. And so that's one of the things that I'm also doing as I am going through here and organizing. Also, I think it should be pretty obvious, but I want to say this out loud to you. Obviously this, what I do here is my job, and so I end up with lots of products that I can never use all of them. And so that's one of the things for me is it becomes very important to move things around in terms of, you know, getting things out of here that I probably won't use because I will be having new things come in as well. So those sorts of things or those sorts of ideas about how you use your own products and how you have products coming in and going out is going to be something that you need to decide for yourself. During this process, I also put away all of my December stamps. I've got the 4x6 organized in a box, and the larger stamps go into a basket that I have under my table. So the larger alphabet stamp, number stamp, those kinds of things that we offer for this project are stored there. Also then, just a quick look over at my locker storage there. I take the couple boxes I have, the box of ribbons, all that good stuff, plus that bag that I'm using, and store it inside. All right, that's a look at how I take care of putting away my December daily stuff for the year. It always feels really good to put it away, and then I'm super excited to bring it out again when the time comes in the following year. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. And if you didn't know already, this year I'm gonna be doing a weekly YouTube video about something related to memory keeping each time, so make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss a video. Hope you guys have a fantastic 2021.